But if you flip it over to the hard court tonight, some really good games in the NBA, which includes the Clippers and the Thunder tonight. The FanDuel Sportsbook posting a 9.5-point favorite for the home team here, Oklahoma City, and a total that's now up to 218. Tom, any looks? Clippers, Thunder.
Yeah, this game is obviously super exciting from just like a standings perspective. The star power, SGA, has been absolutely unbelievable for OKC as of late. But let's go to Jalen Williams, under 20.5 points. He's been over this mark one time in the last 10 games, one single time. So I'm just not going to be, well, I don't know what is minus 115, I think, on the over. It's slightly a little bit less on the under. I'm just going to be siding with what we've been seeing recently, combined with the fact that the Clippers, they're bottom 10 in offensive pace. This is an SGA-led offense, and the other players can have big games at times. It's just not Jalen Williams right now.
So when you look at OKC, 27-5, best record in the Western Conference, second best in the NBA, winners of 12 consecutive. Vecchio, we got to get the props from you, though. And we call you the jack of all trades. There's an NBA pick under Jalen Williams points. Some action on the ice to start a new year that you can detail for us. And an early prop you would keep an eye on for the start of week number 18 in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's going to be Joe Burrow. The fact that Chase Brown didn't practice on Wednesday, we're waiting for an update on him. The Bengals, they come to 64.42 pass play percentage. That's the second highest in the league. They're just going to put the ball in Burrow's hands. That's what it comes down to. And then on the ice, Kyle Connor, over 3.5 shots on goal for the Winnipeg Jets tonight. He has 131 shots this season. It's the seventh most in the entire league. And when we look at the Jets specifically, the next highest player on the Jets has 88. He has nearly 50 more shots than the next player. So we'll look there. I also specifically like the Ravens first half. They get out to a big lead first half spread, and then also the Texans first half. If they're starting their starters, they need to have some offensive consistency and momentum going to the playoffs after scoring 2 points last week.
It's a really good point, Vecchio. It always is when you are here on the early line. Thank you very much. More of TEL up next. Live right here on the early line. We have talked so much college football on this Thursday, the National Football League entering week number 18. But one of the issues with the college football playoff about to reach the semifinal round and bowl season dwindling down to its final few games and the regular season finale weekend in the NFL, football is coming to a close before we know it. But basketball and some hardwood hoops action is starting to ramp up, especially in college basketball. Conference action, Donnie's favorite time of the year, really starting to get underway. We have seen the Big East already play multiple games in conference flow. We have also seen the Big 12 start their conference slate this week leading into a new year. And the Big 10 has played a few games in conference action, but now it's conference slates for the remainder of this season, including a couple of good ones on this Thursday evening. Yeah, it's a Big Ten battle now between Oregon and Illinois. Top 25 tilt out in Eugene as the number 9 Oregon team, led by its point guard Jackson Shelstad, and of course, longtime head coach Dana Altman, is a 4.5-point favorite against Brad Underwood and Illinois. One of the better games, DRS, on this Thursday in college basketball.
Yeah, it is. It is a pretty good game as it matches up, and some of these teams already have some games under the belt in conference. You know me, Ben, that sweet spot. Give me 6, give me 7, give me 8 games in conference play. Then through the rest of the way, we got a really good look because I like versus like competition. Give me the teams that are going to be lined up with equal athletes on both sides. Then you can make certainly an honest assessment. But if we are looking at the totality of the season, both of these teams, Ben, according to Ken Palm, top 25 in defensive efficiency, which is great to see. Also, take a look at Illinois, where they focus in. How about 4th in the country at defending the three-point line, 9th in the country at defending inside the arc. And also, if you're looking at turnover percentages here, they don't do that all that well, which is interesting because typically if you're turning the other team over, it's a little bit more helter-skelter. They're actually settling into defense and playing fantastic defense. So for my money tonight, Illinois with the slightly better defense. So therefore, earlier in the season, I'm going to lean towards the defensive team, which would be Illinois in this one.
Interesting spot on the road. You will start to see a lot of these spreads in conference slate not look like double digits, especially at the high major or power conference level. For instance, Minnesota's not a great basketball team this year under Ben Johnson in the Twin Cities, and yet is only getting 6.5 from a Purdue team that did struggle in the tail end of its non-conference slate, but against some of the best programs at the power conference level. But home floor advantage can be wonky in every single conference, certainly is in Big Ten hoops. Indiana, 4.5-point favorite against Minnesota, an uneasy season. for IU and Mike Woodson, despite some early season optimism. Penn State off to a great second year under Mike Rhodes, laying 5.5 tonight at home against Northwestern. Gonzaga and Portland, also a conference game, 34.5 in favor of the Zags. FAU and Memphis, two solid programs out of the American. The Owls, 3.5-point favorite in Boca Raton. Let's get to some NBA action on this Thursday. Listen, you know I love our producer, Joe Frizo. I think he does sensational work. I don't know if I agree with this headline, DRS, and I want to get your thoughts on it. Finals preview? Listen, the Celtics, absolutely, right? 24-9, reigning NBA champs, second best team in the Eastern Conference, only behind the NBA's best, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I understand the Timberwolves played in the Western Conference Finals last year, still had a shorter price to win the Western Conference this year. It's a Minnesota team that's really been flirting with 500 all season long, 17-15. I'm not sure that Anthony Edwards and the T-Wolves deserve that billing. Just my 2 cents.
No, you're right about it. I mean, what's next? We're going to use Midwest preview in this one, or Midwest, tilt in this game.
You
at
better
this point,
believe,
with Minnesota
brother.
Up there and Boston there. But I guess when you're looking for Boston in total talent, they have the top picture there. If you're looking at the estimated starting lineup, Porzingis is actually supposed to be back tonight for the Celtics. So a full gas Celtics team, they're hard to pass up, because if you say to yourself, Ben, the old adage, who do you think wins this game? Oh, I think the Celtics win it, but Minnesota covers. It's 4. Stop it. Just pick the winner here. I think it's going to be the Celtics. They should win and cover.
It actually seems like a shorter line, perhaps, than you would expect. Boston has been a favorite in 32 of 34 games this year, 32 of 35, I should say. They haven't been great covering numbers as of late, 13-19 against the spread. 6-game NBA slate on this Thursday that does feature a Midwest matchup, something I also hate because the game is in Oklahoma City. Don't consider the state of Oklahoma in the Midwest. Hate all these headlines. What's next? East versus West out in San Francisco. Oh, would you look at that? The Sixers and the Warriors there. Golden State struggling behind the way as of late.